Right, it's another stunning day. I don't know, about 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to do an update on this corner where the bamboo was. I've still got a clump in a pot, but we filled it out with some potted plants. So this is sort of the maximum tropical effect for the last couple of months of the growing season. So let's have a closer look and go through the plants we've got. So we'll, for those of you who are not familiar with my videos, some plants will be in the ground, but most in this area are going to be in pots this year until we sort out what we're doing next year for permanent plantings. So as we can see, there's a lot going on. Got some big leaves, got some different colours, different shapes. Yeah, hopefully it's not too much. I mean, I had a lot of plants in my hothouse which were starting to suffer a bit from spider mites, even though I've got good airflow and mist is going off every hour. In these temperatures, when it's so hot, it dry out so quick that spider mites can take hold. So I had to get some stuff outside anyway, so why not make a display? Right, so where do I start? Well, so we're just focusing on the corner here. This used to be quite a shady corner. Now it gets a good 3 or 4 hours of sunlight, sort of mid-afternoon. So the Fatsia, variegated Fatsia, that is obviously planted in the ground, along with right at the back, cast iron plant. The bamboo, which I've all dug out, is now contained in a pot, so that gives me the height and a little bit of shade. And we've got a Chamaedorea radicalis, or commonly known as the hardy parlour palm, that is in the ground. And we've got a few other ferns and hosta, which has been eaten to pieces, and some pedicites, which have also been eaten to pieces. But now it's warmed up and dried out a bit, the slugs aren't so much of an issue. That's why I feel a bit more confident bringing some of the nice plants out. So let's start here. We've got an Alocasia macrorrhiza. Not huge leaves, but decent sized leaves. That is in flower at the moment. Typical aroid flower. You can cut them off. I'm going to leave it on. So coming down the front here, we've got a Schefflera. This is one of the house plant types. We've got a lot of elephant ears in here. When I say elephant ears, just about everything you can think of in there, which is covered by elephant ear. You'd commonly call elephant ears. We've got Colocasia, we've got Alocasia, we've got Xanthosoma, and we've got some caladiums as well. So a bit of everything. Right, so let's carry on. So we've done the macrorrhiza, Alocasia macrorrhiza, so it's nice upright elephant ear. We've got a coal miner here, just a small one, but nice dark foliage on that. We've got another Alocasia, which is Regal Shield, it's a small one. And we've got another Colocasia here, which is Blue Hawaii. We've got a couple more strappy leaves at the front here with some spider plants. And we've got a little potted yucca there as well, which I dug out of the garden earlier this year. We have Colocasia Black Magic. And going back again, we've got a Voodoo Lily, which is quite an unusual shaped leaf. That is one leaf, not lots of little leaves. That is one big leaf in the ring shape with one stem on it. Going to the back, so we've got a big Alocasia Adora, which is one I bought off eBay maybe about 5 weeks ago, and that has just gone mental. It's absolutely huge. Over 2 foot the leaves on that one. And just under that we've got another Regal Shield, decent size. We have Alocasia here, which is the Lutea. So that's the gold veining. It's quite a nice one. That really does look quite different to a lot of the others. I did bring out the Musa Florida variegated banana because I just felt like that weren't getting enough light in the hothouse. So we'll give it some natural sunlight, because as the leaves were getting bigger, they're getting less and less variegation on them. So I'm hoping with a bit more natural light that should bring out the variegation a bit more. But that's now opening a new leaf, so it's probably too late for that one, but maybe the next leaf we'll see how that looks. So coming down here we've got another Blue Hawaii. We've got a Redemption here, which is quite badly spider mite damaged, but that'll soon clear up now it's outside. We've got lots of the Colocasia Maui Gold, so that gives a good contrast to a lot of the other leaf colours, because they're really sort of limey. What else we got? We've got Alocasia Pretoria, which is more of the crinkled leaves with a sort of darker speckly stem. We've got a Alocasia Sumo, which is quite a nice one because there's sort of a darker underside, quite dark veins, and more of a pointed leaf, but they do get quite big. But this was started from scratch this year, so it's done quite well. Another Voodoo Lily there. So in contrast to the Colocasias and Alocasias, we've got a Xanthosoma, which is again sort of, a lot of people class these as elephant ears. This one's commonly known as the Mickey Mouse plant, due to the shape of the leaf. I guess you can sort of see that variegation on that. A lot of the smaller leaves are really variegated, looking quite nice. Yeah, it's quite a nice plant, that one. Still quite unusual. Yeah, so that is Xanthosoma, spelt with a X, not a Z. I've got another type of elephant ear here. This is quite a nice speckly leaf one. This is Hilo Beauty. So that's going to be a type of Caladium, and it's got a couple of leaves on that, and it's now pushing out a new leaf here. So that'll be a nice speckly colour when that comes out. And we've got one of the small Caladiums, or smaller leaf Caladiums, good pot full, really lime green with speckly red. So that's one of the ones I got from Morrison's early on in the year for £7. And at the very back there on the trellis, we've got the Fats Hedera Camouflage. So I've tied that in now because that's all flopping everywhere. So I've tied that into the trellis, so hopefully that'll have a bit more support and grow a bit better. And we've got a little Fatsia Camouflage here as well. So it's just a matter of trying to balance out sort of leaf shapes, leaf sizes, colours, and just to give a good bit of interest. And I think that works, and it looks you know, something that you wouldn't necessarily see in your standard UK garden. All these sort of I won't say rare tropicals, but more unusual, and I think it all fits in quite well with the stuff that's already there with the Fatsia. I mean, it doesn't look out of place with all the more really tropical stuff. I do think that adds to the Fatsia, gives it more of a tropical feel. Sometimes a Fatsia on its own can, you quite often see them in people's gardens. They can look a bit standard rather than sort of really a tropical vibe. But I think once it's surrounded by big leaf tropicals, that really does bring something else to the party, as it were. So again, this is in what I used to call the shade corner. It's going to get a bit more light now, so it is still sort of at this time of day shaded by the big Phoenix canariensis. Got the red star there, and we've got the big Trachycarpus fortunei. So that does give it a bit of shade, and as the day goes on, like say mid-afternoon, this will get full to dappled sun for a good few hours before the sun moves around, and it gets a bit of shade from the bamboo, but also these big cord lines here, the sun comes around there and that does cast a shadow straight onto this corner as well, so it gives it a good light, but sort of dappled rather than sort of scorching sunlight. So hopefully these obviously all these big leaf plants I've brought straight out. I haven't acclimated them to the sun. I haven't done anything special. They've just come out. I brought them out, it's now Friday, brought them out Wednesday late afternoon, so it's in shade then. Yesterday, which was Thursday, it was a bit of an overcast day, so that was quite nice to bring them out so they're not straight out into full sun. So they've had a day, if you like, acclimation, but again, that's not enough. You're going to need 2 or 3 weeks really for some of these big leaves to really acclimate. So I'm expecting some sun damage, that goes without saying, but again, with the temperatures the way they are, they should well be pumping out new leaves on a regular basis, so any slight damage will soon get outgrown. Yeah, so the plan with these, a lot of these are obviously quite tender tropicals or houseplants, so we'll enjoy this sort of display for about 2 months, I think, to the end of September. We're right at the beginning of August now, so we've got August and September, and we'll see at the end of September what the weather's doing. If it's still good, then that can stay out till mid-October. So we're still going to have 2.5 months of a nice, unusual tropical display. Yeah, I really like them. I think the alocasias do bring something to the garden, which colocasias are good, but alocasias are a bit more upright and really do bring that extra oomph. Right, yeah, so it's just an update from the bamboo going, which sort of smothered this corner to a lot more open. So like I say, most of these are in pots. Next year I'll be looking at doing some permanent plantings, but for now, for the next few months, we will enjoy tropical to the extreme. We're getting the tropical weather, so why not have some tropical plants out? I did also bring out, I've got to cut this leaf off, it's a bit low. I did also bring out the Thai giant, because that was getting hit by the spider mites as well. So I've just sort of literally, I'm not going to put it in the ground, it's just in this pot there, but it's not particularly massive leaf, maybe 2.5 foot long and 2 foot wide. But we've got a new leaf coming. Pink China have been doing quite well as well this year. Again, not massive leaves, but probably about 1.5 foot, but really quite a decent clump now. Right, so that is the newly arranged, I won't say newly planted, but newly arranged shade corner. So I think I went through most of the plants. There's a lot of repeats, but yeah, I think as long as you spread everything out and get that, like I say, get the contrast for the the foliage types, colours, shapes, sizes, and that can look quite good. I know the banana does look a little bit out of place there, but I think if I put that out in full sun, that would just burn up with the variegation on it. Right, so we will leave it there. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you've got any unusual alocasias or any unusual really tropical plants you've got out for the summer. I'll be interested to hear. If there's anything I'm missing that you think would enhance, let me know. Right, we'll catch you on the next one.